Hey, Catalyst crew. Welcome to Catalyst Corner, episode 22. It's Wednesday, so we've got Partially Proficient here with us, and yeah, let's get into it. How you doing, Paul?
Oh, you know, I've had a interesting couple of weeks, a little self-confidential stuff, but I'm doing pretty all right at this point.
Well, you're here. You made it here. We're here in the studio. We've cracked some Pipe Dream Brewing Pumpkin Ale.
Take a sip of that.
Let me give this a taste.
It's pretty good, right?
Ooh, that makes me want to be spooky.
Yeah, it's that season.
It is. I like a pumpkin ale for.
You need to have one.
Yeah, it's a good fall beer.
Yeah,
and
but
you know
more
what?
Importantly,
well done for them.
It's good Halloween.
Halloween is approaching.
My favorite holiday. I don't know if you knew that.
I did know that was your
Love
favorite
it.
holiday.
It's big for me.
Yeah, it's great. I would say that there is a large population of the country that loves it more than even Christmas.
Yeah, again, myself included. It's just fun. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just it's an interesting holiday because there's just it's almost taboo, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of fun in that way. I was telling you a little bit before, but I had a conversation with a coworker of mine recently as to why I loved it so much. He's not a Halloween guy, but I think I was selling him a bit on it. And I think it's just that Halloween kind of grows up with you. You know what I mean? Like as a kid, it's fun. You're out after dark. You're getting candy from strangers. You're dressing up. It's
doing
all
the
shit.
Things that you're not supposed to do.
Right, exactly. You get a little bit more freedom. It feels good.
Right, you
good.
feel like you're breaking the rules.
Watch scary movies. That's exciting. All that.
Right,
the whole thing.
Right.
Get a little bit older. You can be a little bit of an asshole. Egg houses, whatever it is that you want to do to be, rebellious. And again, it's kind of like the night for it.
Sure.
A little older still, and then it's about drinking and
partying,
the opposite gender being, a mouse but slutty, or a bat but slutty, or a nurse but slutty, and that's fun when you're a younger man.
Sure, and not to circle back to Lola Bunny or B-Stars or anything, but
yeah, you've been programmed by society.
Yeah, don't come at me and be like, oh, that's weird, when society throughout my entire lifespan has been like, all right, cool, but once a year we're going to take the sex that you're attracted to and dress them up in very vicarious sort of outfits, and they're going to look like bats or ghouls or
rabbits.
Rabbits in some cases.
Yeah.
More than a little bit.
Like a lot of programming going into you from a young age.
Yeah. All of us.
Weird. That's a weird phenomenon.
Shame on the powers that be on that one.
And to continue on the Halloween growing with you as you age.
Sure.
Yeah, as a dad, it's like you go back to a childhood stage and that's cool. It's like, oh yeah, now you get to watch My Legacy go and enjoy
Right. You get to basically do it all over again.
Yeah, it's a good holiday.
So
dude. It's fun.
Let me put a counterpoint on that though, is that when you don't have children, it kind of ends, though, after the partying stage, because, I suppose you could be that guy. There's just, when it comes to, if you don't have kids, right, even if I was like, I'm going to make a fucking haunted house.
Yeah.
And put all of my energy into it, it's fucking weird.
It is weird.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, the middle-aged older guy is putting on something for the children. Yeah.
You can't.
That's a weird
you
thing.
can't do it.
Yeah, you look like a predator.
Right. So, although
you know what, there's still the drinking get-togethers with your peers.
Sure, but it's a little, as you get older, it's a bit more tame,
more subdued.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a little less magic to it all. And there's less taboo because you're older and you've kind of been able to iron out what is and is not okay with you.
Most people do.
Some people do.
Yeah, not everyone.
There's
a few notable examples.
Speaking from my experience, so
sure.
I mean, you got the kiddo though, so I can kind of live vicariously through you and all of that sort of thing.
Right? Yeah. No, it's weird, dude. Getting back on the streets with the trick or treating the last few years.
Is it like riding a bike though?
Feels good.
Yeah.
Feels like.
Yeah, you feel like a kid. You feel like a kid again.
It is especially weird as an adult in a way though, because like, as a kid, there's not that social barrier to talking to other people, and now as an adult, I'm like the one knocking on a stranger's door all the way down the street, and just being like, "Hey, pay your taxes. Come on."
Right, you got to pay the candy tax.
Yeah, pay the toll.
Yeah, it's an interesting holiday because it does almost remove sort of the social stigma to talking to one another.
Of approaching in a weird way.
Yeah. I mean, not for me. I just put a bowl out now.
Yeah, of course they do. That makes so much sense.
I never used to.
Don't put a bowl out.
It is what it is. I may be broken.
You're a fucking hermit.
There may be no fixing me.
No.
Yeah, I put a bowl out in front of the ring, and I yell at, the grown-ass men and women that steal all of the candy for their kids.
Let me ask you, what are you putting in the bowl?
Reese's. Put some Reese's in there.
Some Reese's, yeah.
Musketeers. I like a Musketeers.
You do the little mini bars like most, I imagine.
Yeah. I mean, I just, we talked about doing the full-size bars, but you just can't stretch it far enough.
Yeah, it's not economically
viable.
No,
not in our situation. So
No.
Yeah, we do the
economy
fun
as
size.
it is. Yeah.
We do the fun size. So,
what?
Maybe some gummies. I like a gummy.
Let me hit you with something that
Yeah.
fucking unpopular opinion here. A little bit of a fucking hot take.
Yeah.
I lived vicariously as a child.
Okay.
Because you ever see those little those little clear wrap little plastic baggies that they like sometimes put candy in?
Sure.
They'd be filled up with candy corn. No one takes those.
No, because candy corn is
fucking take those.
Oh, you're a candy corn.
I fucking love candy corn. I can't explain it, dude.
What's wrong with you?
I wish I could tell you what. It's just delicious to me.
It's like eating a candle.
No, dude, it's fucking delicious.
Listen,
it's a little sugary
it has
fucking
the same
treat.
Texture as a candle.
It's a little sugary, delicious.
No, it's not.
Little triangle. Yet you gotta eat it by the segment, and you bite the little white tip off first. Oh, fucking
candy corn is people that eat candy corn. That's the mark of a serial killer.
No, not at all. Come on.
Jeffrey Dahmer ate candy corn. It was in the Netflix episode.
Was it seriously?
No.
Fuck you. I was gonna say I haven't seen it. Don't fucking make me think that. Fucking Jeffy.
Oh, Jeffy's just popping candy corn.
He's popping candy corns in between bites of people.
Jeff, your apartment smells really funny. It's the candy corn.
It's a fucking full bowl of candy corn out.
That would be my call sign as a killer. I'd put like candy corn up their nose.
Oh, Lord.
I hate candy corn.
I can't believe, dude. Everyone does, and I don't understand it because it's delicious.
Gross.
It's good.
It's gross.
I don't agree. You're fucking dead wrong.
Texturally, it's gross. There's no flavor to it. It's gross.
It's tasty. It's just a sweet little treat.
Spoken like someone that murders people for sport.
See, you always like say that I'm gaslight, like I'm making everyone out that you're the villain. You tell me that I'm a murderer because I like candy corn.
Yeah. All right. Listen, guys. For you guys listening, can someone please let Paul in on the truth of the fact that he is blacking out, murdering people, hiding the bodies because he eats candy corn?
No. Negative.
Yeah, you're going to end up on an episode of Serial.
They're going to have the full documentary, the docu-series on me.
Yeah, they're going to just be like, well, he started a podcast and everything was normal up until the Halloween episode.
I like to think that they're like, doing those flashbacks to my youth.
Yeah.
Like, the first signs that things were wrong was he was taking those little clear baggies of candy corns.
Yeah, and like looking around, he's like, I don't know why all these idiots aren't getting the candy. People are staring at you like, what is this fucking kid doing?
They're delicious.
You get home and you just have piles of candy corn.
Oh,
You're hoarding it like
last
it's treasure.
so long, too. They're so good.
They're gross.
They're so good.
They're gross.
God damn it.
Oh, my God. You know what? I shouldn't even be surprised that you like candy corn. Makes perfect
What the
sense.
fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Take it for whatever you want.
All right, yeah, cool. Just drop that one on me.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Let me ask you this. While we're
go
talking about Halloween, did you get to kind of like pick your costumes and stuff?
A little bit.
Okay. Well, you walk me through that a little bit.
So obviously, there's a phase in your early years where you're like, your input's kind of taken into account, but you're also a child, so your parents assume you're retarded and just like steer you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, your first instinct might be like, I want to go as a Dalmatian, and your parents like, well, that's weird. What shows do you like? They don't sell Dalmatian costumes.
Yeah. So I distinctly remember what you're talking about because I said to my mother, hey, the Tim Burton film Batman Returns came out, and I wanted to be the Penguin.
Okay, hold on. Let's fucking unpack this.
Sure.
You call me a serial killer.
Yeah.
You watched the Tim Burton Batman movie.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
said, I want to be the Penguin.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, if you really want to unpack it, we can. I only chose the Penguin because I knew that she wasn't going to buy me a Batman costume.
But she was going to buy you.
Well, I thought with the Penguin, it was a little easier. Like, you could kind of just use
That's
clothes
a whole
we already
ensemble. You had clothes that would resemble the Penguin just
had.
laying
I'm
around
sure I
in
could have
child
like
size.
made something work.
You're being ridiculous.
I'm just explaining it to you. Okay, Candy Corner?
Yeah. Okay. I like candy corn, but you're like, yeah, we probably have little child-sized tuxedo
Yeah, and
suits
top
flying
hats
around.
and shit. Yeah. In any case, I said, yeah, I want to be the Penguin. And so I guess my mother hadn't seen the movie
Oh.
or just like saw what the costume cost and was like, fuck that. She bought me a Penguin costume.
Yes, sir. All right.
And
you wore it, didn't
of
you?
course what was I going to do? And I felt like such a fucking asshole, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Walking around dressed up like a penguin.
Right. Because did you just try to play it off like, oh, it's like a clever joke on what?
No, I was a kid. I had no idea. I was just like, I don't want this. This sucks.
Yeah. How old would you say you were?
I was probably, I don't know, when did the Tim Burton Batman come out?
I don't know.
Whenever that came out.
I forget.
I was young. It was
I
probably like
was pretty-
6 or 7, something like that.
Jesus, I'd have been real small then. Good
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah, I was bummed out. That was really disappointing for me.
But as you get older, you like had a little bit more influence.
Yeah. She bought me like a latex Freddy Krueger mask one year.
That's
Nice
pretty-
one. Pretty good one. Yeah, that
that's
was
not
fun.
bad.
And then I realized like it was for adults and I couldn't see out of the fucking thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of like the childhood costumes was just like, I don't know. Is there like a weird phase as a kid where you're just like, I want the scariest costume I'm possibly able to wear?
Oh yeah, because it's a power thing, right?
Yeah, it makes you feel strong. You
Right.
feel
It's your chance
safer.
to be in power.
Right.
So yeah, I wanted to be the Penguin, and I was, I guess, the Penguin.
Sure.
That did not make
In a manner of speaking.
Yeah, that did not make me feel powerful.
Again, very strange that that's the character you gravitated towards.
Well, I just thought that like Batman was a more expensive costume, so like I was like, oh, I guess the Penguin could be more doable. Little did I know. What if I had said
Ridiculous.
Batman? She would have just bought me like a fucking
Yeah, but that's more identifiable.
yeah.
Come on,
I
you gotta give
suppose.
your mother some credit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. She let me. She. Let's see. What else? I went as a vampire one year.
Yeah, I think I went as like, it's generic stuff. Grim Reaper costume, the fuck. Probably like an army man or something once or twice.
You know what's funny is a couple of Halloweens ago, I decided to go as a vampire again,
Yep.
but like as an adult with money.
Yeah, it's a totally different experience.
Oh my god! I straightened my hair and got the fangs and the contacts and
You
everything.
get the fitted fangs?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
it
good.
looked good.
Yeah, they just stay in. They're like
I looked at myself and I was like, I'd be an all right vampire. Like a C-list Dracula, maybe.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be one of the ones who shows up in like the posse, to initiate a new one.
No.
But like when they took them back to the lair, you'd be one of the ones hanging out in the background. You'd be in the shot though.
Yeah, I'd be in the shot. It was good enough that I'd be in the shot. You know what I mean? Like it'd be on my IMDb. Like I'd get my Screen Actors Guild insurance. It would be fine.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I was proud of it.
Oh man.
Yeah, Halloween is good, man. I like Halloween. It's fun.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
you've been watching the Halloween movies that have come out the last couple of years.
The remakes?
Well, I think they're sequels.
Yeah. Not the zombie ones, the ones that came out recently.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So,
What do you think about those?
the first one was pretty good.
I agree. What about the second one?
It was pretty good until he turned into John Wick.
Until he turned into a immortal being, you mean?
Well, I mean, he literally was surrounded by a posse of people and killed everybody. Spoilers if you haven't seen it, but
Yeah, he literally
John
was
Wicked them.
shot several times and stabbed several times in that sequence after having been hit by a car multiple times and shot and stabbed several other
right,
times. In
and
that
then
same
got up and iced a posse.
24-hour period that he's been out. Which, okay, you know what's funny?
What's that?
Is initially my knee-jerk reaction as I was like, that is so ridiculous and off-brand.
Yeah.
And then just the other night I was watching Halloween 2 again, like the old one.
Okay.
And it starts with a recap from the end of the last movie,
Yeah.
where Dr. Loomis shoots Michael in the chest 6 times.
And he falls off a balcony.
And he's up and moving seconds later.
Well, I think that's what works so well about the Halloween series, at least at the beginning, was it's supernatural, right? There's no way you're taking 6 to the chest and getting up.
Initially it wasn't, though.
So,
I think it was in number 4 that they introduced the concept that he was some sort of like druidic curse.
see, I think, and that's where it went downhill, but there's that almost that, what you don't know is scarier than what you do know.
Right.
So
I
him
guess
getting
so.
up, like that's how I always read it as a kid, was like, oh yeah, there's something going on that's compelling him to get up and keep going.
Right.
So for me, that was always, yeah, he's not a normal man.
Well, okay, yeah. And to an extent, the first few movies do supernaturalize, I guess. would
Like
be-
to an extent, I would say.
Well, they refer to him almost exclusively as the boogeyman,
Right.
which adds that quality to him. You know
right.
what I mean?
And there's that like, well, all right, how did he take 6 to the chest and keep going?
Right. He's not even that large in the initial movies. He's not like a huge guy.
No, that was one thing I liked about zombies films was the redesign of Michael Myers. I like him as a hulking kind of
I don't.
creature. You like him as just a normal man?
You know why? Let me paint you a picture here. And it's a two-fronted one. Here's why I don't like hulking, because it's been done. We have our
Jason.
hulking
Yeah, Jason
horror
is our
icon.
hulking.
He's scary because he's a normal man devoid of humanity.
Right.
He could be that's why keeping the mask on him is so iconic, because if you took the mask off, he could blend in. He could
Right,
walk down the
right.
street
Well,
and he
he's-
doesn't necessarily draw attention. His
Not-
face,
not-
his physique, it's
Not
human.
not to go off the rails with this, but I think the mask is such a powerful symbol for a lot of characters.
sure,
The
of course.
Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Vader, even to an extent. To go with like Star Wars, Master Chief. When they took the helmet off in the show, you fucking lose me because he stops being a symbol, and he
Right.
starts being a man. And with Myers, even when they reveal his face, I don't want to see his face because
Right.
as soon as you do that, it humanizes him.
Right.
He stops being an idea.
But I think that's what's good about him not being hulking is that there should be at least the facade of a human under the mask.
Right.
That's what he is.
That's a
He's-
good point.
So, I'm kind of okay with the old school method of making him. I'm not saying he has to be tiny, but like he doesn't need to be a giant.
As big as zombies.
The guy in Zombies was huge.
Yeah, he was a monster.
Huge guy. So, I'm okay with the recent ones to some extent. Again, I rewatched 2 and it kind of made me stomach that scene a little bit better.
How did you feel about like the mob mentality? Like the message like, oh yeah, the mob killed this crazy person.
Well, let me hit you again.
Yeah.
Halloween 2. They established that dynamic.
And just the insanity of it all.
Yeah, they go, and early on in the film, just this one cop is so like off kilter that he just rams into someone wearing a similar costume, kills him outright, and they're like, "Oh, that was probably him." And it's like the same dynamic they have with, again, spoilers, the that mental patient in the hospital
who ends up jumping. Spoilers.
Right, and like the town's going nuts. They're like stoning the old Myers home.
Right.
Honestly, go rewatch the original couple and like the newer ones.
No, I
liked
that
down
element
a bit
of it.
easier.
I like that element of it because it's like it almost works because it's mass hysteria, right? Like
Right.
he's not just killing your children. He's a virus. He's infecting your brain.
Right.
To an extent, And again, that's the idea of Michael Myers.
Right. He's this nigh unkillable
Right.
monster man who, he's driving you to mania, insanity,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. And you know what? Again,
I would
think
be
the
very
newest
surprised
movie-
if they're able to close it out satisfying.
yeah, I think...
How do you? He's a horror icon. He's the horror icon. He's the one that started it all.
Yeah, I'm not clear on the years. You're probably right.
He was the first.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
70 something. Yeah, he was before Jason, before Freddy.
He beat Leatherface?
Yeah, I want to say he did.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right then.
I want to say he did.
Let us know if we're wrong on that, because I'm not going to contest it. I'm real bad at remembering years. I'm big on my horror films, but bad on my years.
Yeah, he's one of the better horror icons.
Yeah, I love it. I love the whole. It's not anger. It's not emotional.
No, it's nothing. It's like
cold.
It's a shark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's a shark.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm excited about that. You know what I'm actually really excited about as well is the Hellraiser reboot.
Yeah, I watched the previews for that, and that looks pretty reasonable.
Yeah, there's some people. Oh, Pinhead is a lady. It's like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, Pinhead was never.
It's an idea.
Yeah, it wasn't even a person.
No, it's a demon.
It started as a person, but yeah, it's like a fucking immortal hell demon.
Right.
So like,
can infect anybody.
What do you care? Yeah.
No, I'm pumped. I really hope it's good. I really hope it's good. And it's on Hulu, so I would argue that this Pinhead is the new Disney princess.
Oh.
Well, Disney owns Hulu.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I know.
All right. Well, there you go.
Yep.
Fucking you heard it here first.
That's right.
Update
your BuzzFeed quizzes.
Yeah. I want that as an option that I can receive.
Pinhead. Yeah. Candy. Jesus. I still can't get over the candy corn, dude.
I can't. What the fuck is wrong with you? Candy corn is good. Fuck anyone who doesn't like it. You know what? If you dislike candy corn, I want you to stop watching the podcast now.
Yeah, I don't. Don't listen to him. He eats candy corn.
You're not welcome back. All right?
So, you actually, I do want to touch about one more film, because you said to me,
I did.
Hey there, buddy boy.
That's exactly my words, because
I
didn't like that.
I didn't like it. I didn't like that. It was very degrading. I know you like The Witch and Hereditary and those slow burn, The Lighthouse, and I said, yar.
Yeah,
I do.
That's exactly what you said, too.
Yeah, obvious. Check out Moloch on Shudder.
Yeah.
I said Moloch.
Shout out to Shudder. Please, God, sponsor us.
Yeah,
I'd be happy.
Do you like horror
use
movies?
you all the time.
Yeah.
Good horror movies. There's so many of them. Go watch on it, please.
So, not how I would do the commercial. Oh, God, please. Actually, maybe. That's right in line with
Please.
Just watch it. they have me in the
They're
basement.
in the house.
You know what I like about Shudder?
What's that?
The documentaries that are on there.
Yeah,
they have some
really
fantastic
good ones.
documentaries.
Yeah.
The one on folklore.
Dark Pictures.
Oh, Dark Pictures.
Or
Cursed
Cursed
films. The Darkness episodes 1 and 2
Yeah.
is like 8 hours.
Crystal
worth
Lake
of,
Memories.
yeah, just fantastic. Shudder has some great content on there.
Yeah. Again, if you want to sponsor Shudder, I'll do this every goddamn episode.
So you told me to give Moloch a watch.
Yeah.
Dutch film.
Yeah. Dutch and English. A lot of like a mixed language film.
Yeah, which was interesting. I thought that was kind of interesting to see it kind of swap back and forth.
Right.
And you sold it to me as like Hereditary light, basically.
Yeah, Hereditary, not necessarily as big a payoff.
Now, so I watched it. And I don't know if I want to give spoilers to this one. I don't think. Just because if people are listening, I'd say it's worth a watch.
Let's give like what the IMDb page would.
Go ahead,
put
give
it
a
at.
synopsis. Give the synopsis.
So essentially, you have a team of I want to say they're probably British researchers,
Yeah, because he was the one that
Yeah.
that kicks off the English speaking, right?
and they're visiting this small rural town in the Netherlands, and
Which I love foreign films because right away it feels alien.
yeah, it's a little different as an American. It's kind of more connected to an older history, which is fun,
Right.
interesting to begin with.
So you
Gives
feel you feel like an outsider. You don't understand the customs.
the
There's-
folklore,
Right,
the
right.
tradition. Yeah, exactly. So they're visiting. They're trying to find some sort of. Initially, it's kind of unclear what they're looking for, I guess.
I mean, I imagine they were just looking for relics and stuff, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
relics in this surrounding this small town, and they start turning up women's bodies just throughout history, varying ages, with their throats cut. And it kind of delves into this family and the folklore surrounding this town and how it's affected the people there. And there's a curse element going on. It's interesting.
It's good. There's cults. There's
Yeah,
there's folklore. It's good. It's a slow burn.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I thought it was mediocre until the end.
Yeah, the
'Cause
end kind of
For
pays
me,
it off.
it was the feeling of helplessness at the end.
Right. And see, that's where I kind of get the Hereditary comparison. Is
Yeah.
that it's like, okay, you've had your creepy moments up until now, and then it all comes to a head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give that a watch if you got a Shudder subscription. If not,
Shudder.
get a 7-day free trial.
Yeah, we should probably see if they'll give us a code.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to them. I'll reach out to them before I post the episode, and if they do, I'll get a code going for us.
Yeah. We'll edit that in post. Woo. Yeah.
Very spooky.
Yeah,
Very
it's a
spooky.
very spooky episode, I want to say. You
Yeah,
know
it's
what?
a Halloween. It's Halloween.
Let
know?
me. Hey, okay. You want a fucking spooky goddamn story?
Yeah, I love a
I
spooky
got
story.
something for you. Do you know how I fucking? Okay, just about a week ago,
Okay.
I got I said I'm dad. I got a 4-year-old turning 5 shortly. Sleeps in a little bed right next to me and my wives.
Your
And-
wives? What do you have? A harem?
Wives.
Many
Maybe
wives.
I do. And you know what? That's not your goddamned business.
No. Hey man, if that's the dream. Candy corn, huh?
Yeah, that's the way. You want wives? Candy corn.
Yeah, you gotta just mainline candy corn.
Anyways, I'm laying in bed. It's early morning hours. A little boy pokes his head up. He's, kind of shaking me, trying to get me to wake up. It takes me a little bit of time. I'm not a guy who jumps out of bed, okay? So I'm like halfway awake. And he goes ahead and he pokes his little head up beside my bed and he says, "Daddy, the world's gonna end soon."
That's what he leads with?
He leads with that, yeah. And so I'm awake then.
Yeah, that would wake me up.
And I'm like, buddy, what? No, the world's not going to end. What are you talking about? And he's like, Daddy, the world's going to end soon. Or he's like, Daddy, the world's ending soon. Something along.
Is he upset?
No. But you know what he's doing? He's doing that creepy little kid like, very level voice, very confident in what he's saying.
Yeah, he believes it.
Right. It's like a certainty in his mind.
Okay.
And so it's like, well, that's a little off-putting to begin with, especially first thing in the morning. But, you know.
Yeah, not a great thing to wake up to.
I'm like, as down, I'm like, let me reassure my son that the world isn't ending. So I'm like, no, buddy, you know, we're good. He says, it's going to be just me and you soon, Daddy.
Dude.
And I'm like, well, okay. Okay, here's the thing is like, again, he's 4 turning 5. I don't know where he would have heard it, but I can maybe comprehend him hearing the phrase, the world is ending.
Do you think it was a dream? Like he had a dream maybe and like he's just regurgitating what he dreamed?
How is a 4-year-old having dreams of the end of days?
Fuck if I know, dude.
Okay, and yeah, maybe you did, because let me continue down this rabbit hole of like hell, the hellscape that he painted for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, no, buddy, no, it's good. And he's like, it's going to be nighttime in empty cities forever. And I'm like, whoa.
I don't even know what you do with that.
Yeah, because again, I'm trying to understand. I'm like, oh, maybe he's heard the world is ending from like some Chicken Little or something, you know?
Yeah, the sky's falling.
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly. Like, oh, it's the end of the world.
But
And like,
nighttime forever in empty cities. That is fucked.
yeah, now I'm like, well, okay.
You better give him some candy corn and calm him the fuck down.
I'm
dude.
like, he's waking up. He's delivering prophecies unto me.
Do you hate a prophecy in the morning?
No, let me wake up.
Right. Like, let me actually have a cup of coffee before you hit me with a fucking end of days prophecy. My goodness.
Yeah, my little boy's hitting me with the end of days.
I like to think that
98 Schwarzenegger.
End of days. You hit me with that, huh?
A little end of days action.
He didn't make it. He jumped on his sword. Spoilers.
Little end of days spoilers.
Yeah, fucking literal Satan shows up.
Yeah, I'm like halfway
What is that?
debating.
Gabriel Burns is in it too, right? Like
don't
he's
remember.
Satan.
Yeah,
he gets
probably.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I'm fucking.
what a fucking movie, man! Schwarzenegger. Listen,
I'm halfway do I just touch him with a crucifix? Just make sure.
I like to think that it is a prophecy, right?
I don't.
And then you know everybody die for whatever reason. Maybe it's a virus. Maybe the nukes drop, and you're up in the woods. You know you have to restart your life. You're growing your crops and everything.
Yeah.
And teaching your boy the ways of the new world, right?
Yeah. The fucking post-apocalyptic ways.
Yeah. You know he's a warrior. He's
Yeah.
a warrior, and some time passes, and then something happens to you.
We're doing a full Fallout deal here,
Something
huh? Okay.
happens to
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
and
Okay.
You're gone, and he has to go out on a journey. Then I like to think he comes across me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to think I made it.
Yeah, you made it. He remembers you from like the times you met him already.
Right.
Yeah.
I've met him a few times, and he, there's some vague resemblance. I've cultivated just a hedonistic pleasure island. Like
See,
the
when you say that.
society is ended, so I am just like, my nipples are pierced and like big old gauged pierced nipples too.
I picture you something akin to a King Louie from the Jungle Book.
Yeah, pretty much. Just like that, but a lot of sex, pierced nipples, like just tattoos
Good.
everywhere.
I'm glad that that's what my son gets exposed to post my death and post-apocalyptic
relax.
Earth.
He's about he breaks one of our sacred laws.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So they're going to execute him. And then I come up. Big belly, swollen. It's like swollen. There's cirrhosis and everything.
Yeah,
like, it's bad. Skin is just fucking sun.
Cracking
Yeah, it's
and-
tanned.
Yeah.
Very Mad Max. And I recognize him. And I just... So, yeah. So your kid's giving you a
Yeah. Yeah, he's giving me...
prophecy.
He hits me with the prophetic things.
Did
Yeah.
like his eyes roll back in his head
No,
and shit, and
but
he started
again,
levitating?
it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm a bit of a religious man. I'm like, touch him with the crucifix just to be sure.
Yeah, hit him with some holy water.
Just
or
to be like,
something.
hey, look, we got a little on hand, little spritz. If he's a demon, he's gonna,
Be exercised.
Well, I'll kind of be pissed off, and then I'll be like, oh, uh-oh.
We better call somebody.
Better tie him down and, you know.
Yeah, that's not a great way to start your day.
Yeah, I don't want a fucking omen situation.
No. Wow. Yeah, I don't know where he would get It's Always Gonna Be Night.
No, I don't either. So, you know, it kept me up a little bit that, like, later night. Yeah, shitty time. Don't want to do that, dude. So, you know what? Let's steer away from the little fucking spookiness for a bit because it's been a lot. Yeah, I get it's Halloween. We hammered home on it a little bit, and
All right.
there was a few other things we wanted to fucking go over real fast.
Sure, we can move away from your fucking
My hellspawn child,
your
yeah.
prophetic child.
Yeah, him. Hey, look, you know, if he's right, no one's here to listen to this, so.
Father, cities will be empty and it will be forever night.
Yeah, his voice deepened a lot.
Look at me, Father.
Yeah, he said his eyes are rolled back in his head.
He's levitating. The crow will caw 3 times.
And I'm so in denial. I'm like, no, buddy, it's okay.
You're like, shut the fuck up. I gotta go to work in like a half an hour. Father.
I don't need this right now.
I like to think he's been hitting you with prophecies the whole time.
Yeah, I'm just ignoring it.
Yeah.
I'm just totally ignoring the fact that my son's some prophetic. Yeah, sure. Oh, why not?
Hurricane by the name of Ian will roll through the south, Father.
Oh, man, I let the hurricane hit, no forewarning.
Yeah, you
Oh,
let
I'm
him
a
know.
monster, of course.
Yeah, it's the candy corn.
Oh, it's all back to fucking candy corn. Okay. All right,
do you do
Penguin.
with that?
All right, Penguin. Fuck you.
Yeah, I was just trying to make Gotham a better place.
By being the Penguin.
Yeah, it's all right.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know. I feed fish to people.
No, you're
What
literally.
did he want? Do you
I don't
remember?
know. But you were dressed as a literal penguin.
Yeah,
so,
I was a penguin.
Doesn't fucking matter either way.
Father.
Yeah.
Yeah, really funny.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, let's lighten it up. Let's pivot.
Take a bit of a switch.
So, for some reason lately, I've I go through bouts of nostalgia.
Yeah, I'm big on that trend as
I
well.
like it. And for some reason, I started thinking about reality television.
Good. I love it, dude. Well, I hate it. But I hate it in that way that, like, forces me to consume it.
So I hate it. I hate what it's become.
Okay.
Reality TV, like, in the early 2000s,
Oh, that was peak.
was insane.
Yeah.
Like, they're not doing the shit they're doing today.
I question the legality of doing the shit
Some
they
of
did
it.
then.
Some of it I think you could not legally get away with.
Which is what made it so good.
Oh, so good. Let me hit you with a couple.
Hit me. Yeah, let's start it.
All right. Joe Millionaire was the first one that came to mind.
Fantastic.
So for those of you who don't know about Joe Millionaire,
Yeah.
I want to say 2003 maybe.
Yeah, or it could be even 2001, 2002.
No, it was
early.
post 9/11.
Okay.
It was what we needed to get through.
Yeah. Joe Millionaire really helped.
Really helped us through
recover
the
as a
grief. Yeah.
nation.
Basically,
That's what we needed.
yeah, we needed Joe Millionaire. The premise of it was this: it was basically The Bachelor, right?
Yep, essentially.
Except with the guys that Joe was a millionaire. I think he was like a tech millionaire, whatever the fuck it was, right?
Yeah.
The reality of it was Joe was a construction worker.
Right.
So very middle class, average Joe.
But they have the whole setup. They bring, like, was it 20 women, something like that?
20, yeah, it was like 20 women.
Out to his mansion.
Which was a mansion.
Yeah, but it's, all a set.
Right.
And they're like, oh, look, here's this handsome millionaire that you have to woo if you want to share his life with him.
Yeah, and that fucking shit ran to completion.
It did. Do you remember the twist ending?
I remember he revealed that he was broke.
Mm-hmm.
And she stayed with him? Did that?
Yeah, but then the show also was like, but now you are a millionaire.
Oh, they gave him $1 million
They
bucks?
gave him $1 million, yeah.
Well, that's fun.
I think they stayed together like a year and divorced or something.
That's
like
pretty
that.
good. She got half of it.
Yeah. She ended up with some money. It wasn't
Yeah.
like she got nothing out of
Yeah.
it. It was just, what a fun concept. Let's just
Yeah.
gaslight 20
Not even
women.
just that. Like, hey, why don't we start our relationship on a bed of lies?
Like, I'm going to choose and skim down 20 women based on my false qualifications. They're all fawning over this false
Yeah.
version
Oh, dude,
of
it was
me.
fantastic. And they'd have like elaborate competitions too, which had nothing to do with like. That was my favorite part about it. Is like they didn't know what show they wanted to make. They wanted to make The
just
Bachelor.
threw all the ingredients
They
in
wanted
the
to make
pot.
The Bachelor, but at the same time, they were like, well, in this competition, if you win, you're safe from elimination. I'm like, yeah, but what if Joe doesn't like you?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
dude.
He's not a millionaire. He's a fucking liar.
Yeah. We own Joe.
Yeah. Joe is our property. What a weird fucking show.
I love it.
Oh.
And it wasn't the most out there of its time.
No, that was one of the more tame ones.
Let me counter you with one that I find to be like one of the most insane concepts of all time. The Swan. Are you familiar?
Yes. Yes.
I love this. So it was a beauty pageant type show essentially. Except the premise was they would take ugly ducklings, adult women who they would then put on TV and be like, look at this ugly bitch.
Yeah, look at this fucking foot person.
Ugh.
Yeah. What, like, doesn't she make you want to vomit in your mouth, America?
This woman sickens me to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so their solution to it wasn't necessarily like it wasn't like as benign as today. Like, if this show was made today, you'd get a wardrobe change
And
some,
like some makeup tutorials.
Right. Exactly, they give you some makeup tutorials.
Right.
Maybe
Wash
at
your
the
hair
end of
using this product.
Right, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, they'd give you a makeup set and a wardrobe change.
All right, you're good to go. You're beautiful on the inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not in the early 2000s.
No.
Their answer then was extensive cosmetic
Copious
surgery.
amounts of plastic surgery.
Liposuction, like hair transplants,
Yeah, it was called the Swan.
the whole shebang.
And we as America are just like, good.
Yeah.
Suck the fat out of that piggy. Like, what a fucking insane
Yeah.
time.
Your value is based on your outer beauty.
Do you know what one of my favorites was? And I know you've never seen this one.
Okay, hit me with it.
Monster House.
Monster House.
Have you ever seen it? No.
Refresh me.
It's
Let me
pretty
know.
it's pretty obscure.
Yeah.
It was probably in the middle of I would say from like 2003 to 2009 was really when reality TV was like insane.
Okay.
Monster House, the premise was you got a group of contestants or whatever, right?
Sure.
And they're placed in a house with monsters. So basically you had a vampire,
Okay.
like a real vampire.
A real vampire.
Oh yeah, he assigned himself as a real vampire.
Oh, okay. So again, based off of your BuzzFeed quiz, and obviously your dress up.
My Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah, it was just me.
It's just fuck D-list
Yeah,
vampire.
There was like a voodoo doctor, a fucking witch. There were like 2 or 3. I forget them all. Right? Oh, there was like an herbalist, like a druid. They called him a druid, but he was just a fucking hippie.
A Native American is a monster.
Yeah, no, I said a naturalist.
Oh, I thought you said like like a Native American.
No.
druid.
I said like a naturalist, or I forget if they called him a druid or a naturalist, but he was just a fucking hippie.
Why is he a monster?
I don't know. And so, yeah, but like the witch wasn't even really a fucking witch. It was like some fucking New Zealand chick that wanted
It's
to be
a girl
pop
who's
star.
into crystals.
Yeah. And so they just put them through these fucking insane competitions to like try to. We gotta watch it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This sounds incredible.
We're gonna watch it together. It is fucking insane.
Good. I love that.
Yeah, we're gonna watch that. That's
I mean,
a spooky
that's
one.
That's the era of like wife swap and everything.
Fucking forgot about.
Oh my
Wife
god.
Swap. Oh my god.
They had one trick, but they did it well. They're like, hey, what if we took a West Coast California progressive mom and put her in a Christian fundamentalist
down in
household
Alabama.
in the Midwest?
Yeah. Yeah, but like the shit today is pretty good too. Like they got the fat one, right? Like Dr. Now is just like, you're fat.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, you're gonna die if you don't get less fat.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just different.
It is. I don't know. That's that's surgery for the sake of saving lives, though. I like the cosmetic surgery to just.
Me too. I just like I don't know. I like the insanity. I like lying to people
so
that you're a
good.
millionaire. Like to me, you would never do that today.
That's what made it good TV.
Yeah.
Is it was just so out of the realm of the norm of what is right and rational. And so it was like, oh my God, this is insane.
Oh,
I
dude,
need
reality
to see
TV
this.
was the Wild West.
Okay,
And the beauty of the internet, you can watch all of it.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, it was the Wild West. Monster House what a ridiculous fucking concept.
I still really like that idea. Like a hippie, that's a monster. I don't know. Fuck it. Put him in.
Like, and they were just like the most ridiculous competition. Like you'd have to sit in the coffin for 24 hours, like whatever, 12 hours, sleep in a coffin, right? That was like one of them.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. Just ridiculous shit, right?
Good.
It is insane.
Right.
And there's nothing like that.
We don't have Monster House nowadays.
No, I wish we did. We fucking need Monster House to come back.
Yeah, I don't know. Reality TV's taking a.
It's just like Kardashians and shit like that.
Exactly.
It's
now
not
it's
good.
just that kind of happened in the later 2000s. It became rich people.
That's what I'm
watching.
saying. Is that as soon as like the Kardashians really like Paris Hilton, I think kickstarted
Paris
it,
Hilton. You had
and Nicole Richie, and then it.
I mean, you even had like Ozzy had that thing.
Oh yeah, Ozzy had a show too. That was a little more funny though, because like they were train wrecky enough.
Oh yeah, there was like if you go and rewatch that now, there were times he was absolutely wrecked on drugs.
Right. So they're a little. That's a little more.
It's a little more fun, but it's still rich people watching at the end of the day.
But that's what it all is. That's what we've kind of evolved to is people like the Kardashians.
Like that.
I don't like watching the rich people either. They're boring.
I like watching a pretend rich person.
I like lying to a potential mate.
Yeah.
Or
that's what I'm
or a
about.
vampire making you sleep in his coffin.
It's so good.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a fun little Halloween vibe.
Well,
Yeah, where are we at time-wise?
we'll put this one to bed, I think.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. So, assuming that your kid's prophecy isn't right, obviously.
Yeah, and that there are people to hear this at the end of the day.
Yeah. Let me throw it over to you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for doing the recording as always.
Right.
What do you got going on?
So you can find me partially proficient. I'm on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all the major socials,
Yeah.
So, come check me out. Just starting to get a little repertoire of stuff going on. It's mostly model painting, terrain building, stuff like that. But
You throw that Grim Reaper up yet?
No.
Yeah, you gotta put that
I'll
out.
show you
That
when
came
that's
out real cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's episode 22 of The Corner. Let me know what you guys think. How was Halloween for you as a kid? Do you like candy corn or are you a normie? Because I got to tell you, candy corn is not for good people. But do you believe in Paul's son's prophecy? All right, crew. I'll catch you on the next one.